business venture is expanding with all the great axes he's been finding. Uh, and so you guys came up here to rest. Varen, kind of suffering from a little, a little from shock. And just when he thought maybe he was going to get some rest, a huge monstrosity came barreling out of the wall, which, with some effort, you guys managed to take down, and that was where we left off. Anyone else have any questions before we continue?
As always,
Mm-hmm.
what's the status on we haven't signed up for a fight. We're waiting.
Yeah, so you guys
I
were
always
told
forget.
that, yeah, no problem. After your big fight, you haven't had a fight since then. I think you might have had one actually, but you until you go now that you've ranked up,
I think we
you
just go to
sign
the
up
city.
for fights. So until you sign up for a fight, you won't have one scheduled.
Yeah, and we have like the city passes, but we still sign up for fights all the same. It's not like
Right.
okay,
Yeah, and yeah, you still have your day passes.
okay. Problem is, I feel like we still should get day passes when everybody's here, but I don't know if that's we should just kill Bore, and then we have an extra day pass. We can kidnap an orc and bring him in. He's got the day pass. What are they gonna? These people are so lawful; they'll probably let him in.
It's like he
And
has the pass.
he
There we
has the
go.
pass, sirs.
He has, sorry, Varen has legs again. So
Oh, okay. That'll do that.
I just feel like if like, 'cause it, I always feel bad when like week after week, I just keep changing it. There you go. See, look at that, flawless. The legs, and look at the magic is still working, right?
right.
Yep. Turns out it wasn't the. All right, now this is just a pretty ableist story. Anyway,
It's handy capable, okay?
so are
um,
we
I'm
gonna
sorry.
wait a bit more for Cross, or are we gonna?
no, we're gonna continue, because I'm not sure where he is. I don't see him online, so I can't reach out to him, unfortunately.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
so yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and if hopefully he hops in. Hopefully I didn't scare him off. Which I doubt. He plays Adventures games. Uh, so yeah, so we are just gonna continue from where we left off.
Now, I'm not sure if I dreamt it or if it actually happened, but I know there was like a big monster we just defeated, and then we heard drums in the deep. Or did I just make that up?
You did hear a little bit of. You heard a deep sound, but you couldn't quite pin it down.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. So you are under the very clear impression that perhaps, despite your genocide of the orcs here, there may be more of them or of their things down below.
Well, I mean, we also have that weird black goo that was cold that Varen was kind of slightly obsessed with.
Oh yeah, it was the red
Oh,
water
yeah,
essentially with like
red-
black flecks.
gotcha.
That
Right.
Bore, yeah, Bore.
Tales from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, he touched it very briefly, made his save, and immediately went unconscious.
He made his save and made the I was making the save.
He made his save. He didn't lose any. He didn't lose hit points. He was just unconscious.
No, I thought the DC was just extraordinarily high and he didn't make the save. So
Oh, no,
that
he made
passing out is making the save.
it. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
I have an item called a demon ring thing. I don't know what that is. Who knows?
You have a demon ring. Oh, I believe that's the ring from when you guys, the one that stopped the trap. Remember, he used it to disable
Okay.
one of the traps
We'll see if I'll write that in the mods.
and see
We'll
if it
see if
stays.
it stays. Are we like? I don't remember.
You finished your long rest, so you guys have
No,
all
so
your
character
stuff
sheet looks
back.
like I rested.
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah. So you've all had your long rest, so you have your spell slots back, abilities, your hit points. Uh,
Okay.
so it's based off everything that's going on. It's actually probably it's late morning by the time you guys have finished your long rest. And I don't think that you guys had brought all of Kaino's great axes up here. I think you had discussed making sleds, and we we got into how
Yeah,
much weight.
oh, I think he gathered them downstairs, but he realized he couldn't carry them. Or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
So
start carrying.
And he has a nice rope that's elaborate and has a elaborate
Very
system
elaborate.
of pulleys.
It's basically
and
a rope great axe wagon.
Right, and like we said, it'll definitely slow you down and tucker you out, but it can be
Right.
done. So,
Right.
so what would you guys like to do with your newfound great axes and 4 health bars?
Varen will
Well,
kind of like.
we can get
Oh,
them
go
up
ahead.
pretty easily.
Oh yeah,
I
we have
know,
the
yeah.
we have the technology.
Kind of just get more rope.
It's transporting them that's the problem.
Oh no, that'll be fine. So Kaino's gonna get more rope from Bore, because I don't have to look, but I know he has rope,
I'm almost positive.
and I'm going to use that to tie that to the end of my contraption, which I guess I made down there. Or we could just like make ropes and just pull them up. Like it would not like a rope
Technically,
long enough.
He doesn't
plus
have it
great axe.
on his thing, but I'm like, no, Cameron would have rope. I just don't think he's had time to add it. So you definitely have it.
Yeah. So I mean, like we can just tie a rope to a bunch of great axes, and then
Yeah, for expediency,
Carry
you
it
managed
up.
to get them all up there. You know, I mean, worst case scenario, you have to drag them up one at a time, but you can get them all up.
I'll burn a levitation slot to make sure it's nice and easy for us.
okay.
So, I cast on the rope, which can carry up to 500 pounds of equipment,
Oh, smart.
There you go.
I like your thinking.
and then I'm gonna
Nice.
once you tie it, once you kind of slot all the axes in, I just levitate the rope up and carry everything up the hole.
So you guys now have a pile of great axes. What you
I
gonna
really
I like
do?
how
it's
it's
advantage
it's not like a
of
number; it's just a
contraption.
pile of great axes.
Yay.
And then I have my contraption. So I mean,
That's no good.
kind of looks at you all pretty passively. With a, if you want me to carry these things all around this island, I'll do it.
Oh, hey,
Kind of
Austin.
look.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Cool. So everyone who's gonna be here tonight is here. We'd only just started cross, so you guys are discussing what to do. They've managed to get all of the great axes up here for Kaino's great axe summer collection,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
It's in
where we're at.
fashion right now. You gotta ride those fad waves.
And that's where we're at.
Have we decided if we're going back down in the pit, or are we trying to leave?
We went down to get the axes, but we haven't made any decisions as far as moves other than recovering loot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do we want to deal with that bit of water situation down there? It seemed that Moray kind of didn't take too well to the water touching him.
Oh yeah, it made me feel like shit.
Yeah, I mean, and you usually feel like shit, so that's saying something.
Good point.
So do we want to continue searching down here, or do we want to just get out of here?
I'm not too thrilled by whatever the hell that stuff was that touched Bore. I'm good for exploring another area.
Now, don't get me wrong, I am intrigued, but it is seem a little bit out of our league.
For the moment.
I know the wizards, if they were still here, they'd want to take a sample, but I honestly don't know what I would do with all that stuff. What would Zelenor do? Probably something about haunches. He just starts muttering.
Do you think Zelenor is a really good source of advice, Varen?
No, not
I
at
was
all.
asking earnestly.
Varen just kind of like pauses hesitantly. He's like,
I feel like
not for
Kaino
any
would
good
be like
knowledge.
leaning lazily against his like halberd, like an old man with a stick, like a long like stick, like Gandalf with the thing. Not because he has to, because he's like old, but just because like, he's just like watching. He nods to that. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, Zelenor is not exactly what I would consider wise, but he is memorable. And he did teach me how to be better at taking care of myself, in a way.
So if we don't go back down, what are we gonna do? We gonna go back to town?
I mean, we do have quite a bit of loot. And
It looks like a bunch of crappy loot, though.
It's a bunch of heavy loot though.
It is a bunch of heavy loot.
Which, like, I like how you go from it's crappy. Well, yeah, but it's heavy.
it's like, what are we scrapping?
I mean, yes.
We have access
Like,
to
kind of nods.
town.
Yes, we are
Kaino-
scrapping.
Kaino, stop stripping the copper wiring from the cave walls.
Oh, we need those cooling lines.
Yeah, like kind of looks at the platinum that Blinks is probably still playing with, and he's like, then he looks at the great axes. Then he jingles his gold pouch, and then he looks at the great axes, and then he looks at Blinks. He squints a little.
Well, unless you guys want to keep on pushing, we can leave the axes here and we can continue exploring. I just not exactly sure what we're dealing with. He says, seeming like he's trying to convince himself and not so much the party. Blinks, you've been awfully quiet. It's okay.
Oh, he's
I understand you're not a morning person.
Poor boy.
Uh-huh. Just a terrible person to be around.
So, do you guys know what you want to do? Are you plunging further into the depths, or are you returning to town with your shitty yet heavy loot?
Cross is willing to go back down, but it sounds like the group wants to go. So
Yeah, Varen's pretty neutral, and Kaino sounds like he wants to just cash in.
Blinks, are you for town? Oh no, Blinks already said he's not. The water shit scared the shit out of him. So
Kaino honestly doesn't have a vote, or doesn't
Oh.
care. Like, we could just leave. I mean, like, he's not gonna leave the great axes. That's not one of those choices, so it's alright. Like, any of them work for him.
All right, now Blinks can speak on his own behalf. Okay, so
oh, there we go.
screw the shitty loot. Go. Simply
Go where?
Also, if you want this platinum back there, kind of.
Oh no, it's yours.
Yeah,
I like this is the group where everyone's like, yeah, I'm cool with anything. Great way to move a story forward, guys.
Varen starts going down the ladder.
There he goes.
all right,
all right. I'm gonna follow Baron just because.
Put all of his great axes in the corner up here.
All right, so there's a bunch of. Go ahead and you can put a mark on there on the map with the tool. So you have how many do you have? You should.
I think it's 29.
That's
It's
what
not
I
30
thought.
slots, and it was
It's
like
really
one.
not important.
I should-
There's a few javelins.
Oh right, that's right, and the
Um,
javelin.
Yeah, there's actually it's 24 great axes and 29 javelins.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right. I knew there was a
Was-
29. So does everyone else follow in after Bora goes straight in after Varen. He's like, well,
Yep.
okay, and starts to go down.
Cross is back in.
All right.
If I could shrink my character and make him look like he's going down the ladder, I would.
Boy, it's crazy.
Pew.
I
And it's like, I wish you fuckers decided what we were gonna do before we took a long rest. As he thumbs through his Paladin spellbook spell selection, his thoughts. I don't know how that shit works.
His faith.
Yeah, he's like,
He's just thinking about it, like,
he's like, I am pretty badass.
I feel
You
erroneous.
You would remember that there is still a trap up ahead. The one was
But would,
disabled.
I don't think Varen would.
I was reminding Blinks. I think he would remember after his last foray into it.
Yeah, you would. think
Bore
so.
would be like, Varen, there's a trap. Don't.
What trap?
That. Oh!
Jump over the line this time, guys.
Yeah, you could just hop right on over.
Both lines.
Kaino is wearing this stupid ring. Let's see. He puts it on and then walks through it.
You put it on, just walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a dex save.
What? This
Yeah.
ring doesn't work.
Ring's defective, obviously.
You'll only take half damage.
It's 3d6.
Yeah. You take 5, and then after that, you think about it, and you realize that you notice that the one before, he took the ring while he was wearing it, and he appeared to press it against the wall shortly before the trap.
Kaino drops and smashes the ring.
The ring is broken.
Jumps over this.
Oh boy.
What the hell is this? Hey, you might want to come down here and take a look there.
It's like Doom graphics.
Yeah.
Look
Look out! There's a guy coming around the corner with a 9mm.
Is this like The Shining that we're looking at here, or what?
Yeah. So this before what was like kind of spreading and everything. Now all this water has been replaced by just what appears to be you can see from the light from Kaino's torch appears to be you think it might be blood, but you're not entirely positive on that.
What's it smell like?
Surprisingly neutral. You don't get any odor off of it.
It doesn't
What does it
smell
taste
like blood. But
If
it
you
certainly
didn't,
looks
if you
like
didn't
it.
know, if you didn't know better, smell-wise, it's indistinguishable from water.
Hey, Bore,
Oh, who wants to stick their foot in again?
what did that do to you when it touched you the last time? What did you experience?
Oh, I fell asleep and had terrible dreams, and then woke up and felt slow and sick.
Well, that can only be a good thing, right? After all,
Sounds like when I used to drink.
right?
Yeah. Kaino and his drinking problem.
Um,
I'm going to
See.
try and fill one of my water skins with this stuff.
Do you avoid touching the water?
Yeah.
Or do you attempt to avoid touching the water?
Liquid. I'm not going to call it water, but yes.
Yeah.
You lick it.
hold it by the strap and dunk it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get some of it in there.
All right.
Probably good to be giving a sample.
Like
We can check on. They probably have someone there in the inner city. We can have it analyzed. Now, is there any sort of like? I know we have the Palisades down south
Mm-hmm.
and all that fun stuff. Is just off memory. Do I remember if there was any loose boards or anything I can maybe make a makeshift bridge with?
Oh, not from over here, but you do remember at the top of the ladder in the room you guys were resting in. There's some. Remember, they had the.
Oh, they had the logs on the Palisades.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So there's wood there that
And
that you guys.
There's
could-
also like a kitchen table.
Yeah, and that's a very long. It's a long table, and it's sturdy. It's solid wood.
Well,
Dude.
Varen will kind of share what he's thinking and be like, well, there is the table and all the palisades. We could make a makeshift bridge.
Is it
Here,
liquid?
Bora, move out of the way.
It's like in liquid form.
It is liquid. It flowed into as Blinks held one of his water skins. It went right in.
Does it respond to music? My,
It
Varen's
attacks-
just playing to it.
It attacks Varen immediately.
Really?
No.
If Bora moves
Do
out of
any
the
of
way,
these
I'm gonna...
things do anything to it?
I've read a
Let's
book
see.
that this pink goo responded when you played music to it.
No, when
in a
when-
positive way.
When you do that, nothing happens. It
Ah.
has no effect on it.
This is obviously not an ectoplasm.
If Bora will move out of the way, I'm jumping from here to here.
Wait. Kind of throws a torch into it.
The torch. So. Okay, good. So you check the torch there, and a little mini fireball kind of goes off in a 5-foot radius, so you're all safe.
Holy shit.
And then it goes. The torch goes poof, just gone.
Any
Does it
effect
make
on
it like an
liquid?
explosion, or is it just a fireball?
It's
Like,
silent. It's silent. There's just this. Other than that, you know that kind of whoomp, that kind of shudder,
Oh,
that kind of sound you get.
Backdraft, kinda.
Yeah, you hear that. There's an expansion of fire, and then it goes dark. I assume Kaino ends up lighting another torch.
Yeah, of course. How many torches?
Okay, well, I think it's a good idea to start moving in.
Cross is going to jump from here to here.
Jump, jump.
I don't know
Boy.
if that seems very safe, guys.
Bora moves out of the way.
Varen still suggests the makeshift bridge idea.
I think based off the rules, you guys can. We're not in
With a
combat.
running jump, but this
Yeah.
is the difficult part.
Can you get a running jump?
You have to have a 10-foot running jump.
Yeah, if you guys start from here, you can 5,
Yeah.
10, spring.
Yeah, but now, from here,
Could I do a double jump? Could I have done a run to here, jump, and then jump as...
I'll say yes, but you have a DC 15 athletics or acrobatics roll
Holy shit. All right.
because you're trying to use that momentum to spring.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's all right. Easy.
easy. You don't even somehow when Cross does that, he doesn't even stop in the middle. He just sails over the entire thing. It's impressive.
Woohoo. I'll do same shot. Ooh, alright.
All right, so you managed to make it all the way across. So you guys are doing the kind of little hop. You're like, boing, boing. It's very Mario
Yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to get that timing just right. If you don't hit that B button.
About 5 minutes later, Varen drags back that dining room table.
So that table is. Let's see, how long is that? It's a 25-foot long table.
Whoa.
A long ass table.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Although that was the table they ate at.
Yeah,
From here to here.
20 feet across.
Yeah.
kind of hears that happening. He'll help.
Literally a bridge. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You can actually get it into this square.
Yeah, it actually would probably be easier too because we're like and then we're pivoting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pivot right down here.
So you get it here, and then you'll go.
Hold on. How can you get it around the corners here?
Shh, it's a fantasy game.
I have shape water. I also have shape wood.
Shape.
There you go.
Look, whatever you
shape
do
of
in
water.
the whatever you want to call it, that's fine. But
I have Druidcraft.
yeah.
Honestly, other people are better at that spell than I am.
So Varen comes as Cross and Blinks have made their jumps and just starts getting it. Bore's helping you shift it in. It's scarred and pitted and everything, but it's a solid piece of heavy wood. So you guys just do. And then Bore says, "Okay," and he starts to slide it over, like lift it and slide it. And
Just the two of them anyway. Then we could like spin it.
Right.
Like it's one of those old like.
Yeah, just spin it Pivot it like it's a
Zelda,
fucking...
like Legend of Zelda puzzle. So, like,
Quick,
just rotate the table.
the only-
we just-
the-
We just put it on our like legs and just like
you
pick it
wouldn't.
up.
I know, we
when-
just that's what I'm thinking.
where
We
the
all
hinge is
of
for?
us just we like Kaino and Bore take one leg, lift it slightly, and then just pivot it so it doesn't really touch the water, and then like gently set it down. Kaino is like, I'd like to go this way, please.
So you want to go south? Okay, so you make your second pivot.
Yeah, if they want to, I mean, if they want to get off on the way here,
Yeah, you pick
We-
them up.
Kaino's like taking wayward stragglers. The
That was very exciting for me. So
He's gonna be like the Varen Zephyr, and if no one else wants to, he's gonna turn it this way.
All right. Well, while he's
Like-
doing that, I'm exploring this cavern.
He's gonna be like,
I'm going.
Bore, I want to find out if there's more of those goddamn orcs.
Well, we should
Okay.
probably stick together. Baron will
There's a few
suggest.
passages up
Well,
here.
maybe you shouldn't walk off then.
Well, there's there's already two. I just followed the rest of them.
Get around with
Okay, Merc Merc. God damn it! I was thinking about it the whole time.
up here.
Shrug and go with the people who don't want to kill the rest of the orcs.
We know if we left Kaino alone at the table, he'd be there all day.
hmm Kaino tries to free some of this water.
You tried to.
He also wants to pay attention to if there's a water flow beforehand.
Okay, that's just it looks like a sitting pool of water. It does. You can freeze it, shape it, all that fun stuff.
Kind smiles. Walks away.
Oh, which way are we going?
There's a small arrow. I don't know if that's.
Those those represent rough terrain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like it says this way.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's really cool.
Several arrows.
Oh, there's nothing up here. It's just an empty cavern.
Okay.
Say so.
I grabbed the torch. Sorry,
Oh
Kaino.
my gosh.
All right, let's go east. The guy said east.
Well, Kaino's gonna walk. He's like, wait a second, and he's gonna just walk in, look around.
Oh,
It's a rough cavern.
Does it end up here?
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
Investigation.
Is there
Right,
like any
secret passage.
footprints, or just like I just mostly kind of want to see if there's like any foot traffic ever? Or-
It does. It looks pretty dusty in here, and you don't see the only disturbances you can really see are yours.
Do you think Kaino looks at Varen maybe a little more seriously than usual? He's like, do you think that's magic or like arcane magic or
Well, I
something
I
a
can
little
find
more
out.
sinister?
If you can. Do you mind waiting a minute? I can detect that.
I'm feeling very suspicious in here. I'm going to be moving slowly, checking for traps, treasure, and secret doors. And
Okay.
If he doesn't mind
Kaino-
waiting,
No, Kaino. Oh, you're gonna ritual cast that. Okay. Well,
Well,
Kaino's
yeah.
does a little floaty thing, and he's gonna do this.
Okay.
So we're just detecting the things.
Okay. So in here, so you both have 30. Yeah, nothing. You guys don't detect anything. It's just a cavern.
That's okay. It's on for 15 minutes or 10 minutes. It'll be on for a
Yep.
little while.
Cool.
Sorcerers aren't allowed to ritual cast things.
am I finding anything as I move, John?
Go ahead and make me. What are you searching for specific? Are you looking for something? Traps specifically?
Traps, hidden doors, and treasure, of course.
So go ahead and give me a investigation for your to check for traps. All right, you do not find any traps.
Ooh. I'm checking as I go, though. Just FYI. I'm not going to make the same mistake with corridor before. Oh. Think we have ourselves another corridor up here.
This place is huge.
This is turning into a bit of a maze. I see a bearskin rug. What the hell?
We should
So
probably keep an eye out for traps at this point.
You see a what?
Bearskin
Bearskin.
rug.
So when you look at it closer, you recognize that it is actually it's a rug, but it's a skin from one of those creatures you fought
Tanaruk?
up last night.
Oh.
Ooh.
What do the cave walls look like? Are they like now that I see this thing and I might be connecting dots? What is this cave's nature? Is it orc man-made, whatever, or is it more
it
of
looks
a?
like it's a combination of some natural structures that have been tunneled and expanded. Like for example, a lot of like that cavern you guys cast your spells up, that was just a natural cavern there. But like right now, the tunnels you just walk through show evidence that they were made.
Okay, but specifically what I'm looking for is like if the creature that we saw, or a creature like the creature we saw above,
Oh.
made these tunnels.
You think that? Go ahead and give me an investigation. Or yeah, that'll work.
Oh, I love my intelligence check. I love when I'm intelligent and then I forget that my character's not intelligent.
Yeah, crap. I'm a dumbass.
And
You're not sure. You think maybe, but you're just not familiar enough with caves and their construction.
fair enough.
What's this way?
It's a dead end.
It's a dead end.
Go down.
Is there actually like a lip here, or is that just a weird glitch
That's
graphic?
just I think it's just a weird graphic thing.
Okay.
Kind of kicks the wall.
You kick stone.
All right.
You take 1 point of damage. Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of kicks Varen.
You took
Ow.
1 point of damage.
Smiles.
It's like I probably deserve that, but I don't remember what I did. I don't remember much these days, actually.
Was it just? Is that all that was here?
Yep. There was. You see the
Wait,
pretty much
Cross is
nothing
missing.
there.
He's
We're missing
oh,
cross.
He's checking out the
gotcha.
dog mole rug.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Oh.
I don't like this.
stop!
Hold up. We have an orc problem.
And nobody move.
Wait,
Fucking
what did I just say?
I do have a torch. It's a little late. Like,
Baron just like holds up his fist and is like, "Everybody stop!" And then Blinks just trudges along casually.
So go ahead
I came around the corner first, but okay.
and roll the roll initiative.
Oh,
That's funny. I'm sorry.
All right.
111.
Nobody listens.
They will be going as a group. That's unfortunate for you guys. All right, everyone. Oh, let me get Bore on the initiative.
All right, Cross. You and me have to kill them all before they get a turn.
Ooh, I don't even know what's going on. I can't see anything. Shit
He's
is.
just chilling.
I just barely can see them. They're like right there.
All right, Varen. So you catch sight of something right as they catch sight of you guys.
woohoo! Well,
Blinks, I can,
yeah.
I can share a space with Blinks, right? For just temporarily. Not
Small.
finish my turn there though, right?
Correct.
Okay.
If you make
Well,
any attack rolls, they're at disadvantage.
casting spells though.
That's fine.
I'm gonna just kind of nudge Blinks over, make sure I don't like hold on, and he's going to cast a level. Wait, let me double check, make sure I have the proper like reach for this. No, I don't want to cast it yet. I want to check, make sure. 15 feet.
And he's going to cast.
It's 15 feet. Okay, cool. He's going to cast Thunderwave at level 2.
Oh. What kind of save I got for that?
It is a
Con.
Constitution.
So
Oh, hold on.
you can hit those.
Actually, I might do Shatter.
Cause a cave in. Just target.
Isn't it the exact same?
Yeah, it is the same thing.
A level 2 Thunderwave and a Shatter is the exact same damage.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, no, I was just saying if there was a different save.
Oh.
Con versus, yeah.
It definitely isn't.
So
but yeah,
4
level 2
con
Thunderwave.
saves.
Mhm.
All right. So 1 fail. So that'll be a total of 13 damage for him. And the others will all take 6.
And then, who failed?
1, 2, 3. That would be this one.
Well, he gets pushed back 10 feet,
All right.
which would cause him to probably bump into his buddy.
So that's gonna. Let's see. Opening salvo. His
Like,
buddy,
so
his
Vero
buddy-
kind of round the corner and cast this Thunderwave. And, like, it was like, oh, there's more than what I thought! And just, like, shoot the Thunderwave and then, like, kind of dip around the corner again.
Alright. Anything else for Varen?
No, that's it.
Alright. Cross, your turn.
So he just saw Varen shoot off a thunderous blast and now his eardrums hurt, right?
Yes. Yes.
So he'll come here and figure out what the heck happened. Oh, and see all these orcs. And he is going to cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Ooh.
Shield of Faith. And then he is going to start glowing again.
Anything else for Cross?
Yes, he's going to move forward. So that was 10, 15, 20, 30.
Very nice.
And sorry, Blinks.
Oh yeah.
Everything in the circle takes
This
5 divided by 2, so
again,
3.
yeah.
3
3
radiant. And there's no save for that, right?
Nope, you take it. I take it as well, but I take 1.
So this one drops. The others all take another 3 damage. They're not really very happy. Alright.
Radiant consumption.
Yep.
What do I take for that one?
3.
You take 3.
Got it.
Alright. That's pretty cool. Anything else for Cross?
No, I've damaged my party member. That's all I need to do this turn. So
Gotcha. So, this orc, 5, 10, 15, he'll take 25. He'll take your
I attack him.
opportunity.
Yep, I will attack him.
Oh, that'll hit. And that'll do it. So he's trying to run past when you cut him down. 5, 10, 15, 30. Yeah. He's gonna charge at Kaino.
I'm going
Yep.
to take a opportunity attack because
Yep.
I have my reaction.
Yep. Blinks and Baron, you both can take opportunity attacks if you want.
Alright. I don't think I've ever taken an opportunity attack before. Is that just with my
It's
short
with-
sword or something?
Yes. If you have it, if you have it out. You miss Baron.
I don't have it out.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not
have anything out right
That's
now.
not my hex weapon, so.
Do things that enter your field cross take the damage the first time?
At the end of my turn is when people take damage.
Okay. Wasn't sure if they got to get spanked now. Alright, so one orc is going to swing at Kaino. They're coming in for the quick kill. But not yet. Okay, so... Varen,
Slightly delayed kill.
Yeah. Varen, one brings... No, he doesn't. Blinks. Okay, these two are positive that Kaino will not have their great axes for his store. Does a 17 and nat 20 hit you?
Yeah.
I wish I
Alright.
still had my reaction. I'm sorry, buddy.
Oops. You take the first 6. Hold on. I clicked the
Well,
wrong
they're the same attack.
one. And then... So yeah, so take the 8 plus 6. So 14 total.
That is the weakest crit I've ever seen.
I know, it's so sad, isn't it?
15 total.
I think I got crit for 32 last time we played.
And then... Cross, you have 3 of them. You're glowing...
What?
Yeah. Oh no, 2. Excuse me.
Okay.
Here they come. Uh-oh.
They both miss.
That
That was a lot.
Yeah. So he misses. But they're satisfied that they're getting the small, easy target. Blinks.
Oh,
You've
is
just
it my
been-
turn?
Yeah, you've just been hit by the two orcs next to you.
I see. Well, I don't really appreciate that. Now, do I? So we're gonna go with this one with my short sword.
You miss.
Come on. And use the bonus action to use my expo on.
You'll be at disadvantage because you're in... Yeah, you'll be at disadvantage because you're in melee combat.
Even if I switch to a different target.
Yep.
Because
if
they're
you're in
attacking you.
Yeah.
All right, we're just gonna stick with the short sword then and stab at the
Same guy?
douchebag, blocking everybody. Yep.
That'll hit.
Something.
And down he goes.
All right, and I will disengage and move back.
You used your bonus action for your second attack.
I don't get my cunning action then, do I?
Correct.
Dang. Okay. Still don't like being surrounded, so I'm going to take the attack.
You'll take two attacks of opportunity.
All right.
All right. Here they
So
come.
be it. So be it.
14 and 17
14 no, 17 yes.
for 8 more slashing damage. All right. Bore. He steps up to this one. More orcs and he'll take that one down probably. Yeah. And then he says, I got this, Kaino. And he steps forward. Stepping over the bodies. Oh god, I made one of them tiny. Actually, where can he get that far? Yeah. And then he's going to swing at this one. He hits again.
I mean, he could probably get here, right?
He only has 25 feet. He would need 5 more feet.
Oh, you don't do diagonals.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright, so he hits that orc. Everything's covered, so that makes it difficult. So, minus 14, and we are on Kaino's turn.
Kaino is well. And I will walk right here. The 10 feet, that guy? That's okay. And he's gonna, is my detect evil picking anything up? Oh, I should make,
Yeah, the orcs are evil.
Any
No, I
magic?
mean, I'm this guy.
Oh, that's Cross.
Exactly.
Does that change the question?
Does he detect evil from you, Cross?
Or
I don't know,
good?
what's the spell
Detect
actually
evil
say?
or good?
Yeah. What?
So-
Oh, what's the word?
What does
you
the actual
just
spell
spelled?
say?
Oh shit! Kaino, you'll detect evil coming from Varen's hip.
So you'll
yeah.
know if aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead.
Yeah,
No, probably not.
Cross is being detected as well.
Okay.
These guys. And,
I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I should have said that earlier when you
that's
cast it when you were in the cave with me.
kind of is just gonna. I'll just stab this guy with a moving blade. That guy right over here.
Ooh.
And that's right down here. Boom, boom, boom. 18
That hits.
for 13 damage. And as usual, he has the stupid, blooming blade stuff. And then I will, yeah, I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave right here.
What?
Poor
You're
Cross.
fine. It's a con check.
Be alright.
And I'll heal you.
Damn, that's a big thunder wave.
I quickened it, if anyone's wondering how that's possible.
Alright, well, this one's automatically dead, so we'll go ahead and kill him.
So I apologize, Cross.
He's perfectly fine. He only had to take half.
So I'm gonna be making
Ah,
2 more
sorry
con
about that.
saves. Good God.
Only 10 damage.
It's actually, that 5 shouldn't be in there. It's,
15?
15.
Okay.
Oh, 15. See, it's only 8 damage.
And whichever one failed is also shot back.
10 feet?
Indeed. And,
Alright.
I know we'll end his turn.
Then. And you were worried.
Right? Damage.
And Blinks is bleeding heavily.
Who looks worse? Cross or Blinks?
Cross looks fine.
Cross looks fine. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the back. Okay.
Mr. DM, sir, am I allowed to do an Eldritch Blast and a Healing Word all in the same turn, considering it's a bonus action and an action?
Yes.
Yeah, because the Eldritch
Alright.
Blast is a cantrip, so yeah.
We'll do the Healing Word first. Healing Word on good old Blinks. 5. Sorry. I rolled a 1. Shit. Can I Bardic Inspiration myself? That'd be good. Fun. And then Eldritch Blast off on the other ones. I'll actually probably move to here. Nah, I'll
Yep.
move over and get in that melee range. He can take an opportunity attack on me if he wishes.
Okay, he will happily do so.
This guy?
12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he wouldn't actually have been able to because of the corner of the wall.
Well, I'm saying I'm moving into this guy, so he can take an opportunity attack, right?
No, because you'd be going here. But you could move. You could move around.
I mean, there's still this guy to my left that's still alive, right?
Yeah.
So.
Just-
They can only take opportunity attacks if you are leaving their space, not entering.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No
either
attack
way,
for you. So no attack. for you.
It's fine. No attack for me. Sweet. And then I'll use my Eldritch Blast.
If you're in melee range, it'll be at disadvantage.
That is true. So here's
You still
2
hit
Eldritch Blast rolls.
the 15.
Okay. Well, I'm casting it twice, so.
Ah, okay. So your first one.
So
your
the first
one
2,
hits.
yeah, were 1, and that will be this guy in front of me.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll roll damage on that.
And then
6.
the nat 1 will be your miss for your second shot.
And that one was at the guy who swung at me. Okay.
Anything else for Varen?
Baron is done.
All right, Cross.
He's gonna attack the orc in the circle.
Mm-hmm. You hit?
I hit
You do.
14,
Jeez. He dies.
and then he will just he's gonna come to here. Is this a hallway? Can I see down here?
Yeah. Can you see in there or no?
No, it says if there's a wall here.
Oh, let me fix that. Where is dynamic lighting? There it is. There you go. Sorry about that.
And I still have 15 more movement, so I'm gonna go here. And go here. And come back here, and in my turn.
And do 3 damage.
Yep.
That's 2 more than you needed. And that one goes down, and we are out of combat.
If we're out of combat, then okay. I'll go ahead and drop my aura.
Boom.
Ah, the aura's gone. Ooh.
Kaino's
Alright.
store grows larger.
All great axes.
Yep.
This is a nest of some kind.
Well, I mean, we have been clearing them out. Hopefully, you don't run into.
No, like legitimately
Any-
a nest.
No, like I literally came around. Like, hopefully, we don't run into any babies. As I literally came around the corner.
So you see, have any of you ever seen an ostrich egg?
Yes.
I mean, in a picture.
These are about 2 to 3 times the size of an ostrich egg.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be a hell of a breakfast, guy.
And there's 3 of them.
I think we have pets, sir. Oh, that's bad.
I'm more concerned about what can lay something this big.
I mean, we did hear something bad.
I'll poke one with my glaive.
So when you poke it, you notice that it's a very thick, leathery kind of. It's not a shell. It's like it looks like a shell, but it looks very leathery and it's like raised bumps all over it.
I've read a book like this, and I don't believe we should mess with these at all. In fact, little things pop out of them and attach to your face, and things pop out of your stomach, and it's just terrible. It's a terrible thing to endure.
Go ahead and.
But I mean, that was just fiction.
Anyone
so
who's
I don't
looking
know.
at them closely can make an investigation check.
Okay. All I know is there's no women here, and we're not going to be able to survive something like this. Not one of them.
Blinks, when you're looking up close at some of them, and you realize that what appears to be like plates like they look like there's like natural plates. You actually can tell that it's stitch marks in this egg that is giving it that appearance.
Stitch marks, like I can tell it's actual somebody's handiwork, or just
Yep.
looks like stitches.
Like it's been stitched in.
All right, well, I'll disperse that information to your guys. I think somebody made these. I don't know why or how, but maybe they're trying to keep whatever's inside.
Varen will, upon him pointing it out, can he just kind of notice the stitching as well?
Yeah. Once it's pointed
Okay.
out. Oh, Kaino, evil as shit. The egg.
Magic? Magic.
Yeah, you're detecting,
Necrotic or something.
there's, you're detecting necromancy, transmutation, um, there's evocation in there, enchantment.
Okay. Yeah.
Does it feel like the same demons that were up top?
No.
Okay. And Varen remembers the things that were guarding the arena reception area.
Mm-hmm.
Do these kind of have the same kind of field,
No.
or is this like a
no.
different thing entirely?
This
Okay.
is totally different. Those, you could tell that those were just undead creatures in the arena office.
Right.
This is something else entirely.
These are fascinating. I'm detecting necromancy and evocation and transmutation. It's very experimental stuff as far as I'm concerned. I'm
It's evil.
picking up all these auras and vibrations from it.
Kind
It
of.
can only be good. It can't be good, but it's very.
I will
interesting.
stick my blade through it then.
So you stab
Through
through,
wha-
one.
Yep.
All right.
Varen will be like, no. He won't get in the way, but he'll just like kind of reach his head and like, no.
So you have to put you actually have to lean into it if you want to get through it. It's a very tough casing. And
Mhm.
when you do, as soon as it punctures, a black kind of goopy, thick, almost tar-like substance kind of comes out of the stab wound you've made into it.
Detect
Uh,
magic, and what's going? Did it stop, or is it still just?
It's still the same. It's just some of
Do
it
you-
just bubbles out, and the egg maintains it doesn't like deflate or change its shape, and
Do
there's
you
no
want me to
movement.
try and destroy it?
Well, kind of. What are you picking up off this, Sam?
It's evil.
Oh,
Gosh,
wow.
it's like.
I
mm,
mean, normally evil's subjective.
that's-
I mean, you can use
Maybe
things that are
burning
evil for
them
good.
would be
I
a
mean,
better
it's
idea
not
than
the worst
slapping
thing.
them.
And he kind of like he's eyeing one of the smaller eggs, and like, what? Just
John's gonna
kind of.
attack the one that was open already.
So you smash it with your
He
glaive.
stabs it, but more importantly, he divine smites it.
Okay. So it essentially you smash it open, and you can see that there's remains of something behind, but it's been pretty mangled. You can make an investigation check to see if you can if you can figure out what the remains are of.
I don't think.
Cross.
cares?
It looks. You find some pieces, and you find what appears to be like a paw, like a claw, and it looks like a very scaled down version of the creature you fought up above.
Cross stabs all of them then. If
So-
no one stops.
Is anyone going to intervene at all, or is Cross just going to?
Varen will kind of roll one with his foot and kind of make to smash on it a little bit.
So
Kind of sparing it.
Before
from
you
the spirit.
smash it, can I get in there for a second? I want to use my dagger and pliers to try and pry one open without destroying what's inside of it.
Well, Varen will kind of like roll his one that is under his foot. And he's like, "Well, there's that one that's left."
Oh, well, thank you very much. Borrow that one for a moment.
go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
John, I sent you a message.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
It's okay. Discord.
Dexterity check.
Hmm. That would be what's be a decent roll for you? It's
Yeah.
just where your stats are. where it says dexterity. Just click it.
Okay.
There.
Okay, so you do that on the one Klaus was about to smash. Hold on 1 second. So as you start peeling that one open, you can see a small, relatively small form inside, and it looks like a weak, like a little tiny one of those creatures you fought, just scaled down. Varen starts smashing the other one, and then sweeps it underneath just kind of kicks the remainder under the nesting material there.
Then I'm going to smash the one that I found inside my egg.
And it doesn't move. There's no life that you can see in it, so you crush it, and it's done.
Alright, shall we continue on then, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's probably the best.
You know what? Somebody else
Do you want
goes
to take
first.
some, Varen?
Take some what?
He looks at the goo.
He kind of like he pulls out his rapier and kind of swirls it around and is just like, I think I'm okay.
Smiles and nods, but he
I don't
does
think-
say, "Oh."
I don't think there's anything I can do with that.
And Nani's like, just remember to be careful who you inquire with in the city. We don't know who we can trust.
Absolutely.
So is that a dead end to the left?
Go ahead and give me investigation checks as you examine the end of the passageway.
He's gonna kick it, of course.
Of course. You kick stone, but as you're kicking the stone, you notice a small patch that looks slightly it looks worn, smooth, and when you press it,
I kick it.
when you kick it, you hear a kind of a rumbling, and then an opening appears, and because of the fact that I don't have the dynamic lighting set up exactly how I want, it takes you over to here. Oops, that's your torch. Which, for reference, the palisades where you were getting shot at with arrows is right up here. So now it's just open. Here, I'll move. If you guys want to follow through, you would see. There you go.
I'm now stuck. Okay.
Oh, alright, can you move again?
I was stuck to Kaino.
Kind of gonna take.
Baron, noticing that Blinks is still kind of like limping a little bit,
Mhm.
will kind of go over and like lay a hand on his shoulder. He's like, "Hey, Blinks."
I'm just limping behind you guys.
Yeah, it's like I noticed.
You'll help me out when we need it. Yeah. Sure.
It's okay. Like I got you right now, buddy. Here you go.
Healing. Thank you.
Another one.
Thank you,
Goddamn.
kind sir.
It's almost like I'm cursed.
So what were they guarding?
You don't see anything. You see that this gash in the ground is you actually can see the bottom. It's a small pit. It goes about 25, 30 feet down.
No, it's possible that we came through a hidden door. That there's another one on the other side.
Hey, Kaino, can I see that torch?
If you're, are you searching for a door, Blinks? Are you searching for?
Yes, yes, I am.
You can make an investigation check as you're searching the room.
Baron, as soon as he gives it, he's like, I'll give you another one, and he throws it down the hole to see what's going on down there.
Kind of just lights another torch.
It lands on the bottom, and you just see a torch burning the bottom of a small pit.
Is there any notable features, dead bodies?
See some
Eldritch
bones,
Horrors.
some bones, busted up wood. You think you might see a little bit of metal down there. Nothing too fancy. Blinks, you discover another patch, smooth patch of wall over here. You see it on the wall right here. And you can now tell that there's a door here.
Kaido, come and kick it again. Oh, before we go through, I want to search these guys up here.
He just comes back and he's like, those don't weigh very much.
The two orcs at the end have the standard great axes.
Yeah, obviously when Kaido was up there, he took them.
More great axes.
These four have light crossbows, and they each had 20 bolts.
Sweet. Taking. Does anybody
then-
else need bolts? Otherwise, I'm taking all that stuff.
And all four of them had clubs as well.
Rather the typical -1 affair.
Yeah.
Right. Going once, going twice for the bolts. I will share.
No, you're good.
Nobody else needs them.
Nobody
You
actually
use
wants
them
to
more
use
than I do.
those.
In fact, Varian kind of walks over. He's like, "Do you need a handbow?
I have a very good handbow already.
He shoots out of his
You could
wrist.
dual wield."
You could dual wield with one hand.
Right.
Ooh. DM, what say you? Can I dual wield these things or what?
The crossbows?
Handbows.
Yeah. The handbows.
Oh, they're light crossbows, not hand crossbows.
No, I have another handbow.
The problem with them is that he can't reload them.
Yeah, you won't be able to reload.
But if he's what he was talking about, I believe, was using a hand bow with his in the same hand as his wrist hidden bow.
More like using them both at the same time in one action.
You could. It would be an action to fire either one.
Right.
Okay, never mind.
Or you just have like a backup when you
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
It'd be your
I have
pocket
my,
pistol.
my short bow as a backup. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, I just don't use it that much. Found that the power of the mind is far better
Well,
than
I am
that.
no longer running low on bolts, so I'm good to go.
Okay. I'm glad for
Um,
you.
So yeah, you see another. There's another patch on the wall just like before.
So we kick it.
Do you kick it, Kaino?
Yeah, of course.
So as before, you hear
He's got the magic foot.
you hear grinding and scraping. A door opens, and I seal your torch. You find yourself. I don't know if are you guys able to move through the wall?
We're able to move. It's just not able to see, which I suppose is fine. It's not really that big a deal.
Yeah, you can't see through it.
I no longer can see.
You can't see even the torch isn't giving you light.
There it is.
There you go.
He waves off the spirits that keep taking his torch.
Oh,
And,
guys, wait.
and now you hear, ha ha ha, come,
guys, wait.
come closer.
Guys, wait.
Come, let us talk. You've killed them all.
Kind of looks confused, like he wants to
He puts
listen
a
to
hand
voice.
on Blinks.
I would like to divine sense.
Let's see.
I'm sure it's been more than 10 minutes now. My detect magic is probably gone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. I'll be hanging back a little bit this time.
Yeah, I'm going to. I already kind of put a hand on him. He's like, hey, like, just in case, here's 13 health points. I don't know what those are, and I don't know why I'm saying this in character, but here you go.
I've always thought, I think Divine Sense, they've made it too weak in 5e. You detect very strong evil around
So it's celestial fiend or undead.
It's none of those. But
All right, then I don't. Okay.
I'm giving you some info because I don't like how
Okay.
weak divine sense is in 5e. You can detect stuff.
There's something
up
very
here.
big over there.
You detect evil and within the same radius. So the area, all this area up here, appears to be desecrated ground.
Kaino is gonna float slightly, and then cast this on himself.
And you want to protect yourself against good, right?
Do I have to choose?
I think it's either.
Yeah, no.
Paul.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
'Cause I don't know. Definitely. I mean, like maybe, but. So then,
Oh. Actually, Varen will strum his lute and just kind of cast protection from good and evil on Cross as well.
Whoa.
So you
I
guys
can do anything.
and you
then
hear some and you hear
He will send him. He can see the big thing ahead, and he's just gonna be like. He's gonna send if he can. He's gonna send a message to it.
Can you point to which thing you're talking about?
Absolutely, this thing
Oh, that one. Yeah,
that I can see with my 60 feet of dark vision.
got it. Yes.
And I assume he's the one who's speaking, right?
Nope.
No. Well, I'm gonna say in his head, and hopefully it'll just be like, it's kind of lonely down here, isn't it? Wouldn't it be great for some conversation?
It doesn't flinch or respond.
Okay.
And then as you guys cast the spells, you hear ah, it's cute, isn't it? Come look, come see, come talk. Yes, you've killed many.
There's a large thing right there, Cross. Watch out. Several large things.
What do these things do when I came into the area?
They stand there, and as you turn that corner, a light blares up. Let me make one real quick.
Ore would probably be like.
Oh
front
yeah,
and center on this.
I'm gonna have him with you guys in just a second.
Baron's kind of a coward, so he's just gonna hide right around this corner, make sure he has a little cover.
Just for.
I'm going to go ahead and say this does not look like a good time.
And then let me. Good. Let me put light on this for everyone.
Okay, no, that's the symbol you're going with.
Okay, you should all be able to see now. Can you all see in the room? Or those who are at least over here?
Uh-huh.
I can now see. Yes.
This is not good.
Cool.
Stargate?
So you see, you can tell very quickly from everything that this is the creature talking to you. If anyone wants to make a nature check to see
Nature?
to see if you recognize what it is.
I don't have that, and it's an intelligence-based check, so here goes the dice.
Let's see. I'll move Bore up, and he'll make a nature check too. Silly Bore. No, he doesn't know. He's never seen one of these ever in his life. So it looks at you and it says, "Welcome to my home. You've killed them all. You did very
Thanks.
well."
Nope.
Why
At this
are
point, Varen will just go completely to just speaking to the dude's mind through message. And just,
it just continues to speak out loud.
oh, that's fine, but I'm not saying any words.
Gotcha.
It's like, is this part of some ritual? What's with this red thing? He's just gonna start asking like him way too many questions, like way too comfortable.
It ignores you and steps forward a little bit. These orcs walk alongside him, and he says, Why have you come down here? Why invade my home? What do you bring me in exchange for all the dead?
Baron, like, kind of like, Volcano has a lovely selection of great axes and clubs, and I think a few javelins on sale. Hey, are you interested? I have, like, we're just here. Yeah, he's a lovely merchant, and we're just trying to start and like get some funding for our store. And Baron's not laughing.
No, yeah,
Sorry.
I assume Baron's possibly pissing himself.
He is like fast talking his way. He's a level 5 now. He's not pissing himself anymore. And I mean, I honestly, like, what are you doing down here? Why are you hiding? Like, you're such a beautiful being and like such a shimmering ray of hope in this dark time. Why are you so below the world?
While Baron's prattling on,
I can roll like a persuade check or something.
yeah, go ahead and
If
give
you'd
me.
like.
Yeah, yeah, give me. You're trying to keep all things civil. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Right. I'm literally just trying to humanize the dude as much as I can. Persuasion. Here you go. It's a 19.
It looks at you and it just. Are you still speaking into its mind?
Yes.
It says, "You might."
Well,
want
no,
to-"
actually, the pitch was, but my prattling is probably in his mind.
Right, but that's still going.
While I just sweat.
And
Yeah.
he says, "You can leave my mind now." And Varen, give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm really great at wisdom saving throws. I have a +1 to it. Yeah.
So you're
Oh,
charmed.
Okay.
And it's.
I am very charmed.
And as you've been responding to it, it responds in your mind and it says, "Stop speaking." And then it says, it looks at the rest of you and it says, "I've silenced this one. He'll be fine. So what do you offer? I let you live. It would be a shame to kill such good murderers."
Is there anything in particular that you would like? Because we have a whole bunch of junk. But we don't have anything that special.
Varen is continuing. He stopped speaking to the big guy, but now he's talking to the orc war chief to the dude's right through his mind. He's not speaking, and he's just like, "Hey, this guy's kind of a dick, isn't he? I mean, like, he thinks he's in charge. You're a big, strong guy. Why aren't you in charge? I don't understand how the structure of this relationship.
Which one are you talking
The one he's
to? The
closer to. This guy.
one- Okay.
Kind of wants to speak while that's probably occurring in his head. Kind of just very seriously, he's going to be like, well, to be honest, this island kind of sucks. What is it you want?
This is a good question. The island is not ideal, but it has its pleasures. The orcs provided me people. You could provide me people. You seem more qualified than them. You could bring me people.
How many people?
Well, it depends on the age. The younger, the better.
Baron's raising his hand.
You may speak.
What if we show you where people are, and then you can come with us and just go straight to the people?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Kind of like I've heard there's great beaches full of probably squishy rich people.
That's a 23.
That is very good. He thinks for a moment, and then, well, fuck, where's that picture? This'll work. And he transforms into that. This guy. And then he goes, I guess I could do that. People are less concerned about me in this form. And you notice he also has a glaive. And he's walking towards you. And he stops in front of you and he says, take me to these people.
Uh,
Kind of leans.
Kaino sends a message to Kaino. Well, Varen sends a message to Kaino and it's like, if we can get him out of the lair, he'll be out of his element and it'll be easier.
You guys discuss for a minute. I need a couple minutes. So
Absolutely.
I'll be right back.
So he messages. So Kaino, he's like, at least if we can get him out of his lair and away from these guys, he'll be easier to take down.
Why does he want to go where people are going? That's a question I want.
I mean,
These
he's
are all
like
things
a
that can be
demon.
Is he
answered.
going to eat them?
It's obviously not to give them candy.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Cross is
Oh, no,
not wanting to deal with this guy, by the way.
Yeah,
That's already
no,
how
that's why I'm
Cross-
talking to Kaino. Because I already know how Cross feels.
He about came into got an opportunity attack for walking into Cross's range.
Right.
Kind of would just like when you message that to him, he would give you a reassuring nod.
And then Varen would then proceed to tell the rest of the party that pretty much. It's basically the same thing. Like once we can get him out of this lair, it'll be easier to take down and be out of his element. And we can strike him. I think he's a charming fellow, but he's definitely powerful and trouble. Powerful trouble.
First time I ever played a paladin, I convinced someone to run out of my attack range so I could stab them in the back. And this is kind of reminding me of that.
Yeah. Well, Varen's not a paladin. And as far as
Kind of is.
he's morally flexible, is like
If I ever saw someone got stripped of their paladin powers, it would be Kaino.
Kaino's not so bad.
Yeah, except for the fact that he like worships himself for his power. Like, basically though.
He's just an anime character, basically. uh, yeah, I don't know what that thing is.
I don't either.
I'm afraid of it. And I know Varen's intrigued enough to want to get close to it before he stabs it a lot.
I do know what it is, out of character. So I ran this against a group myself. At least
it's probably bad news. That's all
at
I
least
know.
that picture of it. Who knows if it's the actual thing or not? But
I kind of want to know, but I kind of just want to leave it up to surprise because I actually don't know.
Yep.
But I'll leave it to the game to unfold. All I know is I'm standing next to two paladins, and I'm like, okay, well, if we can get it out in the sunlight, we can stab it a lot and divine smite the shit out of it, and we'll probably have a decent chance of maybe doing something against it. I don't know. It's probably like a CR 22 or something like that. It's just Acer something. Reskinned. I actually just picked up Tomb of Annihilation for Roll20, so I'm gonna be running that with some friends. Have any of you played that?
I just got back and I have not.
No?
I haven't really played any of the published adventures.
No?
Sorry, what adventure were you talking about?
Tomb of Annihilation.
Nope, I have not.
Yeah. I left it up to my players. I'm like, well, Tyranny of Dragons, that's like Dragon Cult and Dragons, and then I kind of just gave them the breakdown of all of them, like just the basic, Barovia, like Curse of Strahd, vampires, and undead, and werewolves, and all that fun stuff. And then, Tomb of Annihilation is dinosaurs and zombies and undead and stuff like that. You're like, wait, what was that first part? I'm like, dinosaurs. I was like, why are you saying it so quick? I was like, dinosaurs. They're like, dinosaurs? Like, but it's super hard and there's all these mechanics in your dialogue, but dinosaurs! I'm like, but I don't, we just got out of a really tough campaign where you guys were really feeling like oppressed and all that, but dinosaurs! I'm like, oh okay.
So you've decided to bring it young children, I assume.
No, these are like 30 and 20, late 20-year-olds.
Okay. So, it stands in front of you, and unless you need, or sorry, he's in the other voice. Unless you need some time to gather these people.
I mean, they're already gathered. It's a bunch of assholes, really. I mean, they kind of.
It's basically open season.
Yeah, it's
You
they're
just have to
basically getting what they're gonna get.
Kaino
coming to them.
in, like he's giving him advice to like a good friend, and he's like, "You just have to be less underground. They're everywhere up there."
Baron nods, just like matter of factly, like yeah.
Had some bad experiences up there, but I guess these orcs have been somewhat unreliable.
Yeah.
They did die pretty easily.
It's hit or miss with them,
I was
really.
disappointed about that. They didn't seem to last as long as I had hoped.
Yeah, and then, I mean, there's really only 5 of us, so it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Kaino points to the red stuff, and he's like, "So what is that stuff?"
Yeah, is that like wine or?
It does that sometimes. I don't actually control that part. I wouldn't touch it if I were you. Although,
Are you the only one down here?
there?
although if you do, I get your body.
Well, I mean, that's only fair, right?
If you touch it, do we get your body?
No, I don't touch it.
That's probably smart. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm gonna touch it either.
You're a smart guy.
Would you like a drink of water?
No.
Smiles. Oops.
Well, what can we call you as we can direct you on your way?
Ah, yes.
You
May
can
not
call
be.
me Declacal.
Everyone starts
Vector
gathering
color?
around me.
That's a lot of L's.
Just 2.
Deck
Deck-
the Halls. Holland Oats. Yes, absolutely. I love that name.
Declacal.
I'm gonna call you Hall.
And then
Jack-
he waves his hand at the 2 ogres and the 2 mean-looking orcs, and he says, "These are all the people I need with me down here. I'm sure I'll accrue more as time goes. What are some good places in this city to find these people?"
Well, the outer city is kind of, has, some of the runtier and scrawnier folk. But the inner city,
Ooh, excellent.
Yeah, honestly,
the inner city is where the juicier people are.
It's just like there's these games that happen with huge crowds. If you just snuck into one of them and just went crazy, you could easily get thousands of people.
Baron's almost taken a
Kaino wants to try and persuade the hell out of him. He's like, I don't think it would be that hard to sneak into the games. You get amongst the crowd. I don't know what you do, but you can do it to them.
He
Yeah.
says,
That is true. It's like sometimes
We are actually
Tens of
now famous
thousands.
enough to pick our own fights in a way.
the orcs never
And,
brought me this information.
Oh yeah, crazy shit goes on up there.
they're not allowed in there because they're not subtle.
How long
Subtleties.
have you been down here? I mean, it's been going on for a while.
Have you been living under a rock? Oh,
You don't get out much.
I'm not a big fan of, like I said, the outside, but I go when I must. It has been many years.
I mean, yeah, kind of will totally try and sneak this guy in. Like, what's the worst that happens? We're just like, oh my god, he's a demon!
well, at least we have distraction.
We had no idea.
Sounds
What do you mean? I thought you guys owned this island.
Oh, let's bring him to what the heck is the name of that lady that runs the games? Let's bring
Varen's just like, nah, that's too easy and that's too small. I kind of got the right idea.
I want to see what she makes of him.
So he
I
says,
don't.
I do kind of want that interaction.
he says, well, while I do appreciate the information you brought, you did kill all my orcs.
They tried to kill us.
Well,
I
that's
thought we
what,
agreed that they were not worth it.
well, I mean, they're better than nothing. So here's the deal I'll make. I let you live in exchange for
Luxury.
the information you've brought me so far, and one person.
Kind of looks at Bora.
Or
I don't.
I'm terribly sorry.
I thought you were
to
coming
see
with
that.
us.
Oh, I am. Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought perhaps we had decided I wasn't coming with you. I was going to these games.
No, you actually seem like a relatively. I mean, you're not evil. You're just, lonely. I've been there. You need a friend. It's okay. You can join us. We're just a bunch of misfits. Varen's just visibly sweating, probably.
Kind of like,
But
we can
smile on
find
his
a
face,
camp-
poker face, candid
Kind
as
of like,
hell.
we can find a camp for you outside. Kind of was like completely nonchalant about this. He is like, we can find a camp outside. We'll find out when our fight's gonna be. You can come into the town. We'll find out. We have day passes.
Yeah, we can pad
We can-
we can make sure there's
can
that
Get
arena
you
is
into
stacked
that
full.
arena. We're not slouches in there.
No, we pack that stadium full to the brim. Normally, it's only 1,000 people. With us, it's 15,000.
Excellent. I will stay with you until I have my people.
There
Perfect.
you go. Beautiful.
So,
many
do you now want us exploring the rest of this cave?
Do you mind if we do? Have a look around? I mean,
You could give us a tour.
right.
No.
Kind of looks disappointed. Really disappointed.
Like he looks kind of confused. Like, how do you?
This guy is Hercules
Yeah.
from great, or he's
Yeah.
Hades from Hercules.
Oh gosh.
So he says,
Throw him off his game, and he doesn't know. Yep, let's go. He's like, all right, Deck, let's go.
Perhaps you would like to go the quicker way out, as opposed to traversing the river of death.
Oh, is that what it's called?
You do have a name for it.
Well, it doesn't so much kill you as, well, you do die, but you die screaming silently after days.
Oh, it's like that one song by that Metallica bard band that they have. Yeah.
Yes,
think they
they're
call
not
it one?
they're not too bad until they went all corporate.
Right. That whole cat thing was weird.
Here, come
Napster,
with me.
whatever it
We'll
was.
get out of here quicker. And he says, "Step in here, please."
Kind of like, can you wait 4 minutes?
Yes, that is a
Kinda
very
goes and gets the
specific
battle
amount of
axes.
time.
Kind of goes against the battle axe.
He sees
You
you
take
carry
it from these guys
Just the
too?
6. No, just the 6.
These guys
He
here
gets-
too? These guys have battle axes. You go after them?
Honestly, he's just Sir Ogre. I will give you 15 gold pieces for your maul.
You see the grip tightening around the haft of the maul, and he just
Kind of
stares
walks
at you.
away.
And he says, "The two orcs look at you as you have these great axes, and they do not look pleased, but they glance over at Declacal, and they obviously defer to the fact that he has not said to kill you yet.
Kind of looks at them and he's like, trying to offload any axes.
Oh god.
Were you trying to sell them axes?
Oh god.
Oh no, I'm trying to buy their axes.
Oh, you're trying to buy their axes.
Oh
And
my
then sell them
God,
later
that's
for
what we need.
more.
So you're let's see. Okay, no. You
I mean,
didn't-
that's how I got all these axes.
you didn't send him in. You did not send one of them into a rage.
And then he holds the ones that he has out because he's just holding them in both arms at this point because he can't like. Really
Yes,
carry her.
they will come with us too. Are your friends coming?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm right here.
So-
I was just, great, man.
Wait, where are we going?
So what's your story?
Are we not going this way?
Step into the circle, please.
What?
Is this a
That
circle?
looks like liquid.
Seems like a pool.
It is.
Do I think that this is a good idea?
I mean,
Do
I don't think you think
I
any
trust
of
him.
this
I don't
is
care,
a
man.
good
I trust him.
idea. Is the little one coming, or is he the person you are leaving?
We're leaving him. You can eat him later.
Excellent. Blinks, are you coming?
He's not a child, but he's small.
Children are preferable. Oh, it appears he is actually coming now. You have to step in, little
yes. Yeah, this is what I get for not paying attention for a second.
one. You almost get left behind.
I'm
Into
sure you
the
could have taken
circle.
that.
In, little one. Excellent. There's a
So
bright
friendly.
flash of light, a moment of intense pain, and then everyone appears.
TPK'd.
To be in hell. And we're all just like, Kaino's like, I promised I would get you off of this island. And then he disappears in a shimmering light.
And you all pop back over here.
All right, I
Excellent.
can get my trap back again.
Oh, look, a new passage. And he just walks through.
I think the dead body of the thing is still there. Unless
Yep.
it, like,
He just walks
steamed
right
away.
past it. Oh yeah, that's right. So he sees it and he goes, "Ah, not as like the orcs, not as tough as I had hoped. Oh well."
Cross is at his breaking point, by the way.
Baron's just kind of like following around like a puppy dog almost. Like, it's like, oh. Just like, occasionally like, kind of like twiddling his thumb. Almost like, so. Like trying to make conversation, not knowing what to talk about. So, how long were you in the cave?
Long time. I don't really track the passage of time.
Time's kind of a relative concept created by society. But yeah, just-
So I
so what do you
assume
do in your fun time?
He sees the 20 whatever axes and the
Javelins.
and all the javelins. He goes
Oh yeah, I mean we get him.
and he says, "Wow, those really were useless." And he says,
Oh, but they're worth a lot.
"Ah, can you buy the people with that?"
Honestly, and he looks at like Blinks and everyone else that he's been giving a bunch of money to. Sorta.
Excellent. And so I assume kind of like you kind of like put the strap on, and that sounded wrong.
Oh yeah, I start the haul.
Yeah, you start to haul him. He goes,
Because Kaino has no idea if we're actually attacking this guy at this point.
right. And so he says, "Oh, you're much too small." And he walks over, and you remember that he was much larger, and he just kind of takes the straps that you fashioned from you, puts them on, and then just like a boss, just walks out.
Kaino smiles.
Varen nudges Kaino like, ah?
Quickly!
Gesturing.
Oh, Kaino's happy.
Quickly,
This
to
is
the
good.
people! So he just starts walking. He has no idea which way he is going.
Yeah, Kaino. Boy, I mean, like, my goal is to get us to like north of the city.
Hey, Decker. Deca, whatever.
You can call me Deck.
Yeah, Deck, okay.
Dick.
Hey, Dick, over here. We're gonna be going this way. And also you gotta slow down because you're faster than us. Just to be fair.
Ah, and so he slows down, and and heads in the direction you indicated. So I do recall. I assume you guys are headed back in the general.
How long am I
direction.
charmed for? Like, is it like 8 hours?
Oh, it's over now. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It was just enough. He just wanted you to stop speaking into his brain constantly. So if I recall correctly, you guys had your horses not too far from here. I assume
We did forget to feed them. So
No, Aster saw to that. He's smart enough.
Yeah.
He fed both him and the donkey.
That's right. So you guys head back over there, and when you get over there, poor Jeffrey, he like goes into a panic as soon as he catches scent of of Deck. It just
Cross at some point on this walk asked Kano, like, "Are we really?"
Some animals find me disturbing. We could eat this animal.
I mean, you can, but you can eat most animals. This one's kind of not worth it.
And he appears to be carrying your baubles.
Yeah, that's just a convenience thing. You know how you use certain, and he just kind of like trails off.
This is your orc. I see.
Yes, exactly,
Excellent.
exactly. Just eyeing him up and down, and how he's.
Let's see. Yeah.
It's a noble duty.
And he says, okay. Well, let's continue. And he just keeps walking. You're able to, you've built a bond with Jeffrey, so as you talk to him and you keep him kind of towards the back, he won't approach closely. You're able to get him to follow.
Okay.
Coax him along. Your horse, Cross, is like, because he can communicate with you telepathically. Tells you, seriously, like, do you know what that thing's fucked up, man?
Yes, I know. I don't know exactly what we're doing, but he seems to be moving the. It's either that or you have to carry this gear back to town.
He seems okay to me. Your horse looks at that huge amount of gear and is like, yeah, hell no.
And like 20 pounds of rope.
Yeah.
Added to it for whatever reason.
Right.
So you guys make your way up north. Let me open the.
I wanted to get to the north of the city and then hopefully just like camp somewhere.
Oh, okay. So
We always come and go from the north, so.
right. So it's gonna take you a day or two to reach up to the river, where you made your crossing. Curiously enough, you don't have any issues when you travel, or when you camp at night. Strange.
This guy's a lucky charm.
Yeah, strange how that works, isn't it? So, is there
Just help this
anything?
guy rule the city. Much worse could it be?
Baron's just gonna try to pick his brain for just surface information and just like try to get a scope on how this guy lives his daily life and.
You get the impression that, like, clearly this thing is like it's wrong, right? It's evil.
No,
it's
absolutely.
not a good thing. But you also get the impression that it's like defective.
Okay.
I don't want to say like the idiot child, because he's not like dumb.
Or like an abomination.
Yeah, there's even he's just off even amongst its own kind. You think this thing wouldn't fit in?
Okay. Alright. Probably on the second night, Varen will approach with his father's book and just kind of like read weird eldritch passages to the dude and see if anything like sticks and.
Wait, does he
Rods
want to
his
sleep or stop, or is he just walking?
He's like, when you guys like slow down and like stop and stuff, he's like, "Ah, you need rest."
Okay.
The people do need rest sometimes.
So we've had a long rest. Is that what you're telling me? At
Yeah.
This point?
Oh yeah, you've had
Okay.
yeah. You guys have had your long rest. So with that, Varen, he looks at the rest of you. Does this one always speak?
Yes.
Ah,
Always.
his people are the first I use first.
Baron just smiles to himself because he's the one who freaking has this guy manipulated.
So then, so you guys make your way. I believe this is the right map. Yeah. You make your way. I don't have Cross's horse. I gave you some. Did you ever find a token for your horse, Cross?
No.
All right.
I was lazy. So yes, I have a fat horse. Just make it 1x2. Make it a 1x2.
Oh dear, no.
Not that way.
Oh, this is great. Okay,
There
that
we go.
seems more reasonable. Let me give you control of that. Controlled by. Okay, you should be able to move it. Okay, so you reach the river again, and on the other side you see, fuck if I can remember his name. God damn it. You see Sub-Zero on the other side? And when he sees you, he hops. He doesn't say a word. He just hops onto the raft and begins to pull it across. Ah, you were gone for a while. I feared you were dead.
Not quite yet, but maybe soon. We'll see. Anyway, yeah,
There's always
we're
tomorrow.
going back to town.
So he looks. He sees Deck and he's like. He doesn't say anything. He just shrugs and takes you guys over. Interestingly, when Deck gets on, the raft almost completely flips over.
He's dense.
Yeah, and Sub-Zero looks at you guys like, I could
It
ask.
kind of looks like this is totally normal.
Yeah, like this guy looks pretty badass, but even he's like, I just don't want to get involved in this one. So he gets you all across the river without incident. And
It's all the axes he's carrying, obviously.
yeah, that takes a while, and he does kind of, you hear him grumbling under his breath about that. But you do eventually make it to the north of the city.
All right. As soon as we get close, Cross is done, and he's gonna end this farce.
Well, as they're approaching the city, Varen will try to coordinate via message between the party, and he's just going to send a message. She's going to start with Kaina and be like, okay, I think we should probably make our move once we're in range of the guards or something, so we have a little bit of backup.
No, I don't think we should do that.
No, that's a terrible idea. The guards are.
The guards are
Why
not
don't we
our
just do it back
friends.
then? Why don't we just do it a day ago? Now I like him.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's like helped us out.
Except he wants to
We
eat
would have
people.
never been able to haul this shit so
Well,
easily without him.
Have you seen these people? Who wouldn't want to eat them?
Varen's just kind of like,
Kind of looks awkward. Yeah.
I can't disagree with you. He messaged over to Cross. He's like, how do you feel about this guy softening up our opposition in the city before we let them kind of whittle him down and then we can finish him
Okay.
off?
Cross is very against anything letting this guy into a populated area.
What? You don't want to just let this guy loose on a horde of random
No.
spectators?
No, because
He
Best
just
I
wants,
also
he just
best
wants to
case
hang out
scenario.
with the people.
campaign.
Yeah, he's just maybe he'll take one or two of them, but like
I feel for John and his campaign at the same time. We we might not have a city.
No, this is great. This is great.
John's smart guy. He has 2 weeks to figure out what the consequences of our actions are.
Besides, he also is interested in him. He has a glaive, and it looks interesting to cross.
well, either way, to the actual response to that message would have kind of would have shrugged, and he says we should keep the guards out of it. We don't want them asking too many questions. And he says if we're not gonna, yeah. And then he looks longingly at the man, shakes his head.
So yeah, he's currently in with Cross.
So you're planning to get a drop on him, basically.
Crosses.
Crosses, kind of, and then he's gonna go over to Blinks
take him
too.
to the lady. Let's take him to the lady.
Let me
Please.
put you on a
Take him
map.
to the lady. All right.
The
I just-
He's
game
got-
master, whatever her name is, I can't remember.
Yeah.
This map will work for
Um,
purposes.
Baron will transmit pretty much everybody's opinion to each other via the messenger, and just make sure that Deck doesn't hear us chatting and talking about plans to stab him in the back.
While you guys are chatting, telepathically and doing all your stuff, he just kind of walks around the perimeter of the campsite. Every so often, he knocks down a tree. He just seems bored.
Give him your book. Give him something to read.
Baron seems very hesitant at that. He's like, I don't think you want him to have my book. I don't even understand the book yet. All I know is it gave me all this extra, and he just kind of trails off.
Who am I missing? Cross. What the fuck is Zelda here? Okay. So I need Cross and I need Blinks.
This map makes my head hurt. I have to-
Yeah, it's a bit blurry.
Is it?
Yeah, for
Uh,
us.
I just don't even look at it that much. Alright, so you're all here.
Zoom out. Doesn't hurt so bad.
Yeah, so maybe that's why, because I tend to be zoomed out fairly far. You guys have, I assume, are you guys going to have a fire going that night?
Oh yeah, the normal thing. Yeah, and then Varian will try to coordinate. What's the consensus amongst the party? Just to
Cross
kind of metagame.
Cross is attacking him.
Right. Okay.
Well, since we're
Ross?
obviously not taking him back to the city, I guess I will.
I mean, if Kaino clearly sees this happening, he will
I ain't gonna defend the guy, but I would like to actually let him loose
cast
in the city.
protection from evil and good on him. So
But Varian's also probably
actually, he would cast Bless if he sees that they're about to attack.
so. Varian would like to let this guy loose in the city and just clean him up once he gets whittled down and see what, opportunity in chaos, all that fun stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, Cross's oath is not driving very well with this.
No, yeah, that's what I figured. I mean, out of character, I obviously would rather let him loose in the stands because that would be the greatest outcome of this story. Because even if we all died in the process as a punishment, it would be worth it. It seems like that would be difficult to get in line with.
Like
I'd
in
say-
character. Yeah.
Unfortunately, my character's the only one
is
who's up for
true
that,
neutral. So he is down to do whatever you guys are down to do.
Yeah.
He's here to facilitate you guys.
So if some of you
Varian will try to convince Cross that this is not that bad, and that it's gonna actually allow them to.
This
I'll
is
just
not.
play it out. He's like, You know, Cross, there's just a lot of corruption and evil in that town. And, you know, if we let this guy loose in there and we can stir up the sediment and see what shakes loose, we'll be able to make changes and, you know, do things the right way this time.
Kaino nods
you're
along with him and says, "There's nothing like indiscriminate slaughter to stir up some chaos."
Your answer to evil is to throw more evil at it.
I mean,
Literally.
Evil plus evil equals good.
has good ever actually triumphed in a big way? It's usually just it's a half measure, right?
No, but there's men out there trying.
Hey, at least I'm trying. I think this is actually doing something better. Has a bigger scope. Will actually change things, not just one man.
Yeah, no.
I'll roll
I'm just
persuasion.
imagining the picture of him watching.
If so, then Cross is like abandoning his oath. There's no way that Cross is going to be able to allow slaughter to happen.
We literally, Kaino's plan is to literally allow him to indiscriminately slaughter civilians.
Kaino's plan's a little bit more fucked up than Varen's. Varen wanted to put him in the inner city and just like, yeah, just fuck out the bourgeoisie. But no, he's
So
like, nah.
indiscriminately slaughter anyone who can get inside the city. I
Like,
mean, I
literally-
figure it's probably rich people who are watching the games and anyway, get into the
I'm
rich
sure.
section. Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can then help them!
I am.
Then
I'm
help
becoming
saying
an
that
oathbreaker
we-
paladin.
I
if
want
we're
to
doing
stop
this.
him, but I just don't think we can do that by ourselves.
Mhm.
If we give him what he
Kaino-
wants now, we can have a bigger victory in the future,
Yeah,
and we
that
can-
also.
Oh, now Kaino's upset that you don't believe in us.
right?
We should kill him.
Now Kaino wants to kill him. What do you mean we can't kill him? I'll prove we can
I'll
kill him.
fucking show you what we can't kill. It might be-
Kaino-
We're gonna find out.
Cross is going to tell what's this guy's name? Deck the Halls. That this is about as far as he goes.
Oh.
And
Oh, are
as
you going to bring the people to me here?
Mm-hmm. Kaino's gonna cast.
and he casts vow of enmity on him at that point.
So
No bueno.
Faith is a single target. 60-foot spell. I could twin cast Shield of Faith.
And he says, Cross will tell him, this is where you end, and he's going to take a swing at him.
You can ignore that for now. Okay, so you take your swing. You get advantage because you got your vow going. Ooh, you hit. Okay, I need to. I'm using this as the tracker up here because. So minus 12.
It would be pretty cool if Cross smited after that speech.
I mean, I will if.
Cross is his own
Yeah, you can do it. You can still.
Okay.
I'm just saying 12 definitely didn't kill him if that's what you're thinking.
I mean, I'm just gonna. Cross is gonna go 1-on-1 with him if no one else is helping. That's fine. He can take him. He has faith.
Well, Kaino was gonna buff you, but you swung too quick.
Yeah, Varen.
Alright. So you get an
Is
extra.
he? Oh yeah,
11.
that's a fiend undead. Yeah.
Varen knew this was the original plan anyway. and,
Is it a fiend or a dead?
It is not.
Okay. So
Did
then
you
it's
cast
just
it at level 2?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, it's fucking pissed. And hold on, let me make sure the chart's clear. And we're on initiative.
Oh, I got a 4.
Did Varen say that out loud, or like in his message
What?
that we can't kill it? Did Kaino think that it was because you thought we couldn't kill it?
No, that was just part of the. It would be difficult to kill. Is more what he was trying to convey, and that was more rhetoric than anything else. He didn't really believe.
Oh, and Bore. I forgot about Bore.
He probably did say it, but it was probably just for effect. He did, actually.
And I really would love to have known what Cameron's input would have been.
Yeah.
What does Borhe think about this whole thing?
He probably would have caused us to fight him in the cave.
Yeah. More than likely.
He would have wanted to take on.
I'm not working with no fucking orc king. No demon orc, or like something like that.
So, alright, Blinks, you are first up. You just see Cross kind of walking towards Deck and just swings his glaive down at him. There's a flash of light, and you recognize that things have gone south.
Does that mean that Cross is standing next to the
He has
He has
the
the
hall?
wave.
he can hit 10 feet away.
Yeah.
I see. Gotcha.
Does not work for sneak attack.
Correct.
Oh, whoops.
Well, that's sad. But,
It's
oh
okay.
well. We're gonna take move over this way and
You can
take two
always
shots
hide
with the crossbow.
Or if you have advantage, you can always hide in the middle of your turn.
And yes, it is actually it is an advantage. Sorry, because he has not taken a turn yet. Should I do that again? or
Yeah,
just-
go ahead and do it again. To see if you get that.
Just roll the same thing again.
Oh, I should have kept the first one.
No, you hit with the
Yeah, you
17.
get it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just do that one then. So 7, and then one more shot.
Did
Holy
you
crap.
click the damage?
I did for 7 and 8.
I don't see that.
I don't see that.
Yeah, it won't let me do it for the first
Oh,
one.
there
There
it
it goes.
So you did 7 damage.
Yeah,
And
there
the
you go.
second shot hit, so 19 total.
And you can do sneak attack if you have advantage.
Yeah, you can add sneak attack to one of those.
I can? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, advantage, because sneak attack is like, if you want to think about it, like what's happening, you're kind of like taking advantage of a weakness or hitting precisely. So when you have advantage, you can like get your hit where it will do more damage as a rogue.
Oh, I see. So it doesn't matter if someone's standing.
So it's
directly
5
next to
feet
me.
or if you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there might be one.
I see. All right.
No,
So
yeah, that's
20,
it. Yeah.
Or if you
24.
start in a surprise,
All right.
Yes, if they're
they're
surprised.
not aware of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right here. Well, would probably not count
All
for that.
right. So, anything else for Blinks?
I think Blinks has used everything he can.
All right.
Done.
So
first,
the form changes.
Hang on. I'm gonna like yell. What the hell are we doing? I have no fucking clue what's going on anymore. But I'm with you guys. Let's do this.
Declicall, he says, "Oh no, you're not taking me to the people." And he begins to fly. And he goes 10 feet up, and then he's gonna go. So he leaves your. You actually leave both of you. You both Cross and Kaino. You can both get attacks of opportunity.
Okay. He's flying.
Yeah.
And it has booming blade on him.
You miss Cross. You hit Kaino.
So
And
it's that, and then I'm also gonna smite.
He'll take that. He'll take the booming blade damage from moving because he continues to move.
Oh, that shouldn't be that second 5. Oh well, yeah. And it'll be one more D8 for the second thing. So all together, 35 damage.
And a con save.
Con
Um,
save.
He's
Well,
flying,
it
right?
depends on how he's flying.
It's an 8.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
And he says, "I'm afraid I will have to murder you people." And let's see.
Level 9 fireball.
All right. So I need every one of you to make me a Constitution saving throw. And after you make your throws, I'll cast the spell. Unless anyone's doing anything to stop a spell being cast.
I don't have counterspell.
I don't think we have people who do that.
All right. I'm missing one roll. Oh, I have to roll for Bore.
Oh, I need Constitution, or was it Dexterity?
Constitution.
Great.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
So those of you who got under 13 take 38 damage.
I'm down. I'm dead.
Those of you who made your save will take 19 damage.
Kind of just
You could have just brought me the people. Now you
Yep.
will be my people.
We can totally defeat these guys. Let's totally fucking go over and hit him.
Varen, death saving
Death save.
throw.
Yep. Here's where we die, guys. Good job. Thank you for totally.
Oh, deck.
We can do
Oh,
this.
cross.
One fail.
You're,
Okay,
you're,
so
you're
Bore
fucking.
took
Bori
19.
could
Hope it was worth your oath.
I know.
Yeah. So okay. So Bore is going to. Yeah, he actually probably would start bringing people up. So he gets.
Kind of has a healing potion. I don't know if Bore does. Bore also probably has cure wounds.
He does. So he is going. Who goes next?
Baron also has a healing potion.
All right. So Bore is going to cast Cure Wounds on Kainos next to him, and then he is going to walk over to Varen. And you said you have a potion.
I have one, yeah.
All right. So he'll be doing that on when he's up next. Let's see if he has anything else. I don't think he has anything else he can do. as a-
Well, if he hasn't used. Oh, did he use his bonus action?
No, just his.
He
Cure
could Hunter's
Wounds.
Mark so that if it tries to run away, we can.
Here,
track it.
he already cast a spell.
You're right.
So that will be it for Bore. Kaino, you have 5 hit points.
Kaino is going to stand up. Varen didn't actually get healed yet, did he?
Not yet.
I will. How far is that? Let's see about this. He's up in the air too, but like only 10 feet, right?
Yeah. Oh, and he had a turn, so he gets 10 hit points back.
That's okay. Kind of looks back at Varen. Looks over at the enemy. Looks back at Varen. Looks over at the enemy. He's gonna Misty Step. Right here.
That's the balls.
And then he is going to...
He's 20 feet in the air.
He's 20 feet in the air? I
Oh,
thought you
sorry,
said he
10
was
feet. 10 feet. 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, because I can hit people 10 feet in the air.
My mistake. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. God damn it.
And I'm gonna stab him with a booming blade.
I mean, so can he, but god damn it.
Oh man, does someone have inspiration? This would be a good time to use it.
Is anyone doing? Anyone spending their inspiration? Going once, twice?
What inspiration? I'm down. I can't do anything.
Your
No, I mean,
inspiration,
like,
you can.
your character
Your
inspiration.
character. I don't know if you've used yours yet. Everyone has I gave everyone when they first started an inspiration for.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You miss. You
Yep.
come out of your
And,
Misty Step, and you had anticipated where he'd be, and your swing was just a little bit off.
And then I will end my turn.
All right. Cross.
Cross is charging forward.
Okay.
Is going to be right under him. And he is going to feel the full might of what Cross can put out, hopefully.
And Cross has advantage still.
Yep. 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
He takes 12
Ooh.
plus 18.
Good God.
He takes another swing. 18.
You hit.
And he does another Divine Smite.
And make me
And
a
he-
save as it.
And he is still hitting 18 to hit.
you hit again.
Wow. And he is doing another Divine Smite.
Good God. So make me a dex save as this giant form collapses on top of you. See if you can dodge out of the way.
He was too prepared.
Alright,
Both of us.
so you take... Yes.
Dad, she wants to talk to you.
You take 7 points of damage.
And Cross manages to live.
You are pinned underneath its hulking corpse. And we are... Oh, well, hold on. We're still in combat while Varen is down.
Alright, let's take care of Aaron, guys.
So, Cross, that's the end for you, right?
Yes, I've done literally everything I can.
Alright, well, shall we try to stabilize Aaron a little bit?
Blinks, you can make a medicine check, or you can...
I'm gonna try to stabilize you. Or I can what?
You can attempt to
Have a
find
health
the
potion.
potion he has on him. You can just pour that down his throat. It'll use your action and bonus action.
I will do that then.
Alright, so Varen, he pours the potion down your gullet, and you get to roll your healing.
What is it like?
2d4 plus 2.
That's 5.
Varen loves those low healing rolls tonight.
Yep.
You killed it.
Alright.
Imagine 38 damage, cone of cold in the middle of the crowd.
What happened?
Could you imagine how awesome that would be? Kind of be like, you guys want to like check out anything about this arena? Now's the time. The demon casting cone of cold at spectators. You know who probably I'll sit in more than a 5-foot square? Spectators.
Aaron probably sits all in a 5-foot square. All the fucking royal people.
You're right. You can make choices, but he
Cross
probably,
is going to pick up that glaive as a trophy.
kind of is gonna like help Cross out from under him, and as
Oh
he,
yeah, I have to get out.
he gives him 8 lay on hands points and heals him.
Excellent.
He'll touch Kaino and give him 5 back.
Oh, cute.
Oh, look, they're pally buddies.
E.T. Fon Hom.
So
I
you...
want to check the thing and see if maybe there's any clues to what the hell it is,
Sure, Cross,
or anything on it.
you pull the glaive away, and as you do, a shock kind of goes through your body. No damage or anything. And when you look again, and you shake your head, and when you look again at the glaive, your holy symbol is on one side of the blade. Okay, Kaino, so you're searching it. Go ahead and make. You can all, now that you've been traveling with it, you can make investigation checks with advantage to have determined what it is, piecing clues together.
Someone else could try to.
Yeah, the DC was pretty low, so you you get it. Cross gets it. You realize that this was an Oni. And Cross, you would know that they're sometimes referred to as ogre mages, even though they're only slightly related to ogres. They're actually giants.
Sorry, I was late on that one. But...
Yeah, Varen, you also would know this. When you now know the reason it was asking for people is, and specifically young people, is because it likes to eat them.
It was pretty clear about that, I thought.
Yeah, I think so.
That was kind of implied.
Specifically,
I don't even know what
specifically,
it specifically
it
said.
yeah, specifically it likes babies if
Children?
possible.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like I heard that somewhere.
So
I don't know, man. This guy is like my favorite. I'm really upset. Kaino's like, should we bury him?
Ceremony of pyre will do fine.
So so yeah, so on his body, other than that, you find a beat up kind of set of chainmail meant for his giant body.
Perfect. It's worth so much.
uh, you found the glaive, and that is all that this creature had on it.
He's like, Kaino's like, rolls his eyes a little bit at Cross, and he's like, so now do we walk back and kill his friends?
Oh.
Cross shrugs. He got your access here. I thought you'd be happy.
Kaino's like, I am happy. And he smiles.
I sat on my hands for a whole 24 hours.
48 actually.
48 hours.
There's
I don't
probably
think- I
He's
can't
like,
tell
alright, let's go to town then. And he turns the big contraption, gets ready to start pulling it.
So
Aaron cast levitate on the rope to help him on the back of the rope. So,
So they're just holding a bunch of floating eggs.
yeah. So he's just dragging them along through the air.
that's
I'm
great.
sure no one is gonna think this is weird.
So you guys
They're
People are deep in the
floating
woods.
axes. They cost 100 gold each. Hand them out to your children.
It's
yeah.
just temporary.
They're just like balloons, but there's just battle axes floating around.
So you guys start coming down the road, and there's you're coming. By the time you come up, it's you're pulling these axes, floating axes. It's in the evening, so people are kind of out and about, milling about, and yeah, you do
Well,
get
Merc is gonna, or Merc, goddammit, Kaino's gonna keep the axes outside the city until
okay.
it's a bit quieter. This is what we did last time too.
Okay.
And then he brings them in, like right when it's like twilight hours.
Gotcha.
Preferably to sneak into the shopkeeper before he closes, but if he has to, he'll get the axes around there and then just hang out there until they open and then sell them.
Oh yeah, you could definitely get there before they close. They like to stay open in the evening, and because people that's when people are done with the day's business and can actually have time to do this sort of thing. I don't know, because the book says.
Funny.
Because that's what I read. And so you get to the shop, and the guys, they see you, and they're like, "Ha! No more great axes."
Then Kaino like is he holds up a finger and one finger, in one moment, and then he turns around the corner, back out the door, thinks for a second, then comes back and he's like, oh, and then just beckons them over.
So one of the brothers comes over. So
the rope isn't included, is what he says.
and he
but he's
looks and he just sees all these great axes and javelins, and he goes, "Ah, you
You could at least burn this metal down, right?
He looks. He's like, "You made all of these?
Yeah, I'm trying to get better.
It doesn't seem to be working."
I
Okay. So he buys them. I believe I was giving you 20% of book cost.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So for all the javelins
I'll take
and
it.
great axes, you get 20% of book cost. You do the math. And like, as they're taking them, the other brother's like, "What the fuck are we supposed to do? I don't know. Maybe someone wants some shitty great axes."
I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
everybody here in the party who wants to have a rebellion, there's a lot of fucking great axes in this store. You ever need some weapons for the peasantry?
It's not even good metal. Ah, well, just deal
Fish
with it.
crit.
Oh, God damn it.
Crit fish.
So you've made your sale.
That's decent. That's okay.
Do you guys head back to the Skewered Spirit?
Link just starts walking that way.
It's been so long since you guys were there. everyone here who should be here. Yeah. So you come in. Dredge sees you. He's like, "Oh, welcome back. You've made it." And then he looks at Varen. He's like, and Cross, and a little bit at Kaino's like, kind of. And he just reaches under the bar and pulls out a bottle with this dark amber liquid and pours a kind of like a tall tumbler for each of you and puts it in front of you at the bar. On the house. So, how was the beach?
Great. Got sand everywhere. Just like defeated, he just starts drinking like a little bit.
Cross seems happy with how everything turned out.
Varen's like not being an ass or anything, but he's like definitely avoiding Cross's gaze. Anytime like they meet, he just kind of like sighs and like looks away.
Kaino smiles and looks at Dredge and he's like, "How are the past few days? We had a pretty fun time."
Yes, spectacular. He just looks down in his mug and sobs slowly.
So an Oni, just kind of amongst the guys, he's like, so an Oni was controlling all the orcs. Huh. Wonder if the raids will stop now. What do you think, Kaino? Cross?
I don't know. Possibly. He at least seemed to be the brains of the bunch. Or what could pass for that.
Still. Oh, wait, Blinks, you still have some of that liquid, right?
Possibly. Why did you want to try a sip?
Well, not particularly. I mean, Bori might want to take another round, but we should probably find an archmage or an alchemist.
I am here at least for now. So Dredge says to you all, yeah, perhaps you should take a rest for the evening. You look like shit.
Yeah, subtle. Real subtle.
You're recent champions. You should probably try to look better for the public, you know? Especially, I hear you haven't been to Inner City yet.
Daddy.
Yeah, that's true. We should probably get some rest.
I think it's a good idea. I'm going to.
Yeah, absolutely. We should discuss this in the morning.
I'll send up some warm towels for you.
Thank you. Wait, is it early enough to go over to the registration? Or late enough? Or too late?
You've never known them to be closed, I don't believe.
Okay. Like to sign up for the arena?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. No, you're right. It has
Yeah.
been closed before.
Right.
I'd say by now it's probably by the time you'd get there it would be closed.
Okay. Baron will kind of shrug that off. Well, we can sign up for more stuff in the morning. But yeah, retire upstairs to the room.
Okay, so
Johnny Weissy.
you guys will you go to your rooms. Is there anything you guys want to do before you rest for the night? Wow, it has been a while since you've been here.
Yep. Avalon's still here.
And Kelver Zombie.
Yes, please get that thing out of my room.
Oh, I need to get Cross. And then he'll be on this map forever.
Yeah, before that cone of cold went down, I was gonna cast Fly on Cross and have like cool like Dragon
An
Ball Z
aerial-
moment, but
Yeah.
It would have been awesome.
but
I'm just glad we didn't fight them in the cave.
no.
Yeah,
that's-
that would have been so bad. Because there was 2 ogres and the 2 orc war chiefs.
I'm so glad I rolled a 23 on that.
So you guys get your long rest. Your wounds recovered from the battle of fighting the Oni. Yeah, and so it's the morning. And I know, Varen, you wanted to go to the arena office, right, to sign up for your guys' next fight.
Yeah, that's the intention of the party.
Right.
I was kind of doing that on behalf of the party, not
Right.
if we want to do that. Like, I don't know what's our plans exactly. So, do you want me? Should we sign up for another big fight, or I really don't understand this full system of the fight.
I've never
So-
been in a fight.
So now you guys sign up when you're ready for a fight. You sign up, and then they will customize one and tell you when it's ready. So you're
Okay.
basically, until you sign up, you're free to do what you want. Once you sign up, you're essentially on call, because otherwise you could miss the fight. And-
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can, yeah, as long as everybody's cool with that, I'll just sign us up for a custom fight or whatever it is, and we can get on the docket and then go visit the inner city.
Cool. So you guys are on the list, and I think partially due to Inner City is going to be I still have a few things I wanted to get ready for you for that, and
fine.
also because I have a child here being difficult, that I think this would be a good place to call it for the night.
Okay.
Sounds great.
And then I also for you, Cross, I know some of you have the ability to figure out what magic items do. Someone is able to do that in your group, right?
I don't have identify.
Does anyone have identify?
That was one of the other. I think that was Culver, or not Culver, but
Well-
Avalon.
Oh, okay. I will.
Where's the
I'm gonna get you some information on that glaive too.
I can
Cross.
detect the magic on it.
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna know some stuff about that glaive though for the next session, Cross, and I'll make sure to have that to you before then.
Sounds great.
Cool.
Sorry I ruined everyone's fun.
No, that was
No,
that
you're
was
fine.
that was pretty cool because the Kona Cold. I was like, ooh, I wonder if I'll ever get to use this on them, and yes, I did.
It's all good.
All right, I'll catch you guys in 2 weeks.
All right, sounds good.
All right, take it
Thank
easy.
you for the night.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, no big deal. It was all good. It needed to happen. It was going to happen at some point or another.